Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to communion. I'm so glad you're here. We're trying out this very high-tech new video angle. Thank you to our amazing communions team and support. So today we're actually going to start in child's pose, and how you get there is part of the magic. So for some of you might really want a long forward fold. For some of you might just be like shaking it off. You might have just gotten out of bed, so maybe you're doing some morning stretches. But we're going to end up in child's pose together. If you have any wiggles, get your wiggles out. And child's pose options. You can have your hands back by your hips. That'll give you one feeling. You may have your arms supporting your shoulders so your heart can rest easy. You can make a pillow by folding your hands over each other and putting them under your forehead. That might allow your throat to be easy, your breath to change. The classic, I think my partner is making crepes for our daughter. I think she's pretty pumped, is to extend your arms forward. But first, give your body exactly what it wants. Really listen in deep. Be generous with yourself. And let your breath come in like a massage, nourishing you, restoring you, an invitation to be at home in your own body. One more of these generous, luxurious breaths. Make it even bigger. Open your mouth, let out the air. Gently come back up to tabletop. And here's where we'll start having a few other variations. So we're going to work on a tabletop variation that is delicious for your shoulders, but not easy for your shoulders. So let's just test it out. Turn your hands backwards. And you're like, what the heck? We're going to go over here, my friend. All right, now turn them forwards. So we're just going to go back and forth. Turn the hands backwards and forwards a few times. And as you do that, notice if you're trying to turn from your wrists and really turn from your shoulder. Your heart widening as you turn your hands backwards. Yep. So and then work it from the front of the shoulder by your chest. Yes, there it is. It's just learning how to move the parts that we don't move. We tend to do the same thing over and over and more, and then we're surprised when it hurts. And we have so many different ways to access ourselves, so many different ways to feel powerful. So find what's the easiest way for you to have your wrist forward all the way. And if that just never feels easy and you're gritting your jaw, then don't do it. But if it feels all right, soften your elbows a little bit. Let the wall of your heart pull forward. Oh, ha. And from here, we're going to do cat dogs. Inhale, exhale. So now choose your speed. You may want to go really slow. Or maybe you have some stuff to work out and you're moving quickly. I'm just going to illustrate a few speeds here. So you can do it quickly like a Kriya, to your natural breath. You could go so slowly you take like 5 breaths to do one version. But again, find your space. This is the magic of community. We get to all be together, and we also get to do what really works for us within the invitation, within the group. We get to choose our own individuality, and we're seen, connected, and also solo, personal. Into the center. Oh! Walk your hands forward, just a little forward, like not all the way to the head of your mat, mini dog. Tuck your toes under, a little short downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot, let your shins get really heavy, and push through your index knuckles to press your butt bones way back and up. So like the underside of your butt is moving behind you. Now press down into your hands, puff the back of your heart up. Broaden your chest and then reach your throat away from your heart. So you feel the spaciousness of your heart move into your throat. And then look under your right side and just let the right side of your chest fall a little bit further. And press your right butt bone back and wide. And then widen your left cheek. Really make space between your shoulders and your arms. Let the bottom left ribs hang like they're hanging in a hammock. And relax. Long breath out. Yes, come back to center. And just nice and smooth to the other side. Try bending and being softer more than you think. Bend your left knee a lot. Yep, and then widen your butt bones behind you. Yep. Yes. One more breath into the hammock. Back to the center. Feel that wrapping of your outer armpits towards each other. And then let your heart melt forward towards your throat. Bring your shins down. Whew. That was fun. Bring your left forearm down. Inhale, bring your right hand to your chest. Now, notice how much your left sit bone might be like popped down. Widen your seat, lengthen your spine forward. And feel some buoyancy. Soften your neck. Your gaze just looks down. And feel some softness around your heart. That's it. From that space, keep your hand on your heart, but lengthen your elbow away. So you actually pull your arm away from your heart. Notice if you're feeling the stretching back or the front, and really make it in the middle. So do whatever adjustments you need to do in your shoulder to feel that. Pull your elbow away, make so much space around your heart. Inhale, twist open, thread the needle. Reach through. Pull your spine, before you just put your head down, lengthen your spine forward, and then bring your temple down. Your left arm might stay here, or just temple your fingertips off the mat right in front of your face. So you have some space. And do a little rocks back and forth. You might, just whatever feels good. And maybe you're like, I don't want to rock, I just want to sit here. In which case, that's perfect. Just breathe in. If you wanted to, and you wanted to do something to make some more space in your lower half, press your thighs back to the back of the mat. Press down on your right arm and pull your spine forward towards the head of the mat. Take more space in your low back and your hips. And start to feel that your hips can go kind of with your spine towards your head, or your hips can go down towards your knees. Let your hips, the top of your hips, pull and drip down towards your head. So the bottom of your butt lifts further and further away from your thighs. Now press down, get long, inhale. Exhale, lean your heart back. Almost like you're trying to push yourself over so you're gonna roll into the person behind you. Then maybe don't roll into them, although if you do, it would be impressive. Don't worry, Amber, I'm not coming for you. Thinking of that, no, just kidding. One more breath in. Exhale. Wow, come on back up. Bring both forearms down. Cat tail, just pop up. Long, easy dog. Wide heart. Long spine. Bring your left hand onto your heart. Make space. Widen both cheeks back. Even here, pull your heart forward. Yeah. Let it like peek out like the sun between the clouds of your shoulders. Like, oh, I see you. Inhale. Exhale, pull long and wide. Draw your elbow away. Make space in your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Now, twist open. Inhale. Lift the elbow up. Exhale, reach through. Take a moment to lengthen your spine. Then put your head down. Temple your right fingers. And then play in a way that feels good. Use your breath. Notice if you always go to feeling the same part of your body, and then maybe explore something else. So if you always spend your time in your rib cage, Maybe you widen your hips. Left sit bone goes to wide to like 9 o'clock and right to 3 o'clock. Or maybe you find some ease in your shoulder. Bring your upper shoulder to the back body. Yes. And then if your heart was like in your chest, looking where you look, maybe your heart turns its face up to the sun. And it might feel like it turns up, or for some of you, it might be that the back of your heart leans back into the rib cage like it's a hammock. Let it be easy. One more breath in. Exhale. Come on back. And this time, put your hands towards the head of the mat. Ah. So find a little space. Cattail here. Dog tail. Now, if you're hypermobile, or whoever you are, actually, find just right tail. So find the space. So there's a long spine, broad heart, wide seat. Tuck your toes under. Slowly but lovingly press the tops of your thighs up and back. Ooh. And you'll feel it in the back of your shins, like what the heck, which is great. Enjoy that for a moment. Really press your heels down, press your thighs back. Feel that stretch in the outside of the backs of your shins. Then we're going to change it up. Come onto the balls of the feet. Bend your knees a lot. Now press through your index knuckles to press your sit bones up. Not your thighs, your sit bones. So the underside. Yes, there it is. Even more. Now press your sit bones so much they slide up to become almost straight, but you don't lose that sensation of deep stretch in your hips. Yes, that's it. Now press into your hands, pull your heart forward. One more breath in. Exhale. Now you choose. You can stay here and really learn what you're learning from here, or some of you are like, oh my God, can I just have regular down dog? So go into whatever works for you for 3 more breaths. Maybe you're moving. Explore what has you be really present. So connected. And just so full of love from your heart. Last breath in. Let it out. And then amble your way to the head of your mat. I'm doing this exaggerated hip butt lift because my outer hips get so stiff sometimes. Now, forward fold. Rock the weight, keep your heels down. Rock the weight forward by bringing your shin bones forward in front of your ankles to get the weight in the big toe mounds. Really put a lot of weight in big toe mounds. Now widen your butt to spread that weight all the way across the forefoot. So each and every toe knuckle is nice and wide. You can also feel your hamstrings widening as you widen your feet. Catch opposite elbow if it works for you. Now, let your arm bones drop down. So it feels like silly putty, like they're oozing down. And in that ooze, drop your head so your head and neck can ooze too. Now, I want to have that ooze go downhill. So from those soft knees, from the backs of your knees, press your thigh bones and your butt bones up and pour your spine forward over the tops of your thighs. Now, can you breathe all the way down into your pelvis and let it melt out to the exhale. One more profound breath in. Just feel what you feel. Exhale. Options to stand up. Some of you want to let your arms hang like empty shirt sleeves and roll up. I'm also going to give you the more stabilizing back variation, so long spine variation, so you choose. For those of you who are rolling up, take your time and let it just be ooey and gooey and delicious. For those of you following me, bend your knees and bring your forearms onto your thighs for camp squat. Whatever you've chosen is perfect. Really support yourself. As you inhale, puff up a little bit. As you exhale, pull your thighs back and lengthen your spine forward. So feel your thighs slide under, your spine slides way far forward with your head nice and easy. From there, put your hands on your thighs and draw yourself forward and up to come up. Nice and easy stand. We have arrived. Take a moment to feel the energy settle down. In fact, maybe reach your arms out and up.
Bring your hands together, that's perfect. Exhale, press. That's just Rita's sign that she's with us. She painted that. Aww. Press your hands down. Do it again. Inhale, feel the energy rising up. You know what a French press does? It just separates the grounds from the nectar, the coffee, or whatever, the matcha. So press down and just feel whatever you don't need for right now. Feel it just oozing its way down. And then you can press it all the way down, feel it move through the mat, get it out of your house, all the way down through the floor into the earth. Just let the energy of the earth absorb it. Notice how that steadies your feet and legs. Inhale, reach up now. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees.
Classical namaskar. Step your right foot back to lunge, press your foot down, and inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down. Find the space to shift your left shin forward so you really feel strength there. And exhale, wrap your outer left hip back, widen your seat. Now, find your spine. Keep your armpit. In fact, if it's not there, bring your knee into your armpit and press forward. Now, lift your spine up and lengthen it forward. Slide the lower ribs forward. Really feel that spaciousness. Notice how the underside of the leg can turn on. Take the tension out of your neck and shoulders. And then here is maybe your core challenge. Keep that lifted long spine. Slide back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Plank pose. Inhale. Draw forward. Feel that same feeling like the lunge. Pull your spine forward a little bit more. Bring your knees down and exhale, slowly lower. Wide heart. Pull your spine forward. Wide, easy chest. This is our first one, so make a pillow for your forehead. And pick your legs up one at a time. Reach them back. Feel that same lengthening feeling of your viscera, your guts. Pulling your hips away from your guts. And then gently, even though you're here resting your head on the floor, notice the feeling of your forearms pressing down and widen your elbows without moving them so you can feel the space of the shoulders moving away from the heart. Breathe into that space. Beautiful. Now come up to forearms for Sphinx pose. This is the one downside of this angle. I can barely see you. It's okay. That's your forearms down. Relax your neck so you can feel the center of the throat moving to the center of the heart. You can perhaps breathe all the way down. Ideally, you can breathe all the way down to your pelvis. So notice how far down you can breathe. And start to make the adjustments to get the access for breath. Press your palms down, turn your heart wide open, and inhale, expand. Lengthen the back of the neck, exhale, stay here. One more breath, inhale, get even longer and easier. All the breath goes all the way down. Fills you all the way up, and exhale. Peel down, slide your hands back to where your elbows were and touch your forehead to the ground. Cobra. Traction your elbows back before you come up. You feel yourself sliding. Like if I really did this intensely, I would just pull my hands off. So index knuckles down, forehead is still down. Slide yourself forward and traction the shoulders wide with the elbows. Feel that same action, space around your heart. It doesn't matter how far up you come, but go way far forward. Inhale, lengthen the breath all the way down your spine. Stay here to exhale. It all feels like, yes, this is it, and I want to feel more spacious and more lifted. High cobra, lifted cobra, keep your pelvis down, lift your ribs up, find the same space. Your body's like, you one more step, then press up, upward facing. Inhale, rise here. Exhale, transition back. You can bend your knees or roll over your toes. I'm going to show you the knees bend. Pull the thighs back. That's what we did the first time. Lift up. Half of one namaskar, my friends. You can teach the slowest cat class in all the land. Take your same left leg. Oh, sorry, right leg. We're going to do the right leg to transition back to the front. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. And left leg joins the right. So we're teaching the simple version. We're actually starting to record some videos for our upcoming teacher training. It's so exciting. Catch the opposite elbow if you want to and just hang. So this is our first forward fold after moving a little bit. Notice the difference. Send the weight to both feet. Feel all four corners and widen your seat. Adjust the seat for the feet and lengthen the spine forward. Let it pour down. Right away, start to condition your presence. How soon can I just be easy and present in this pose? Like life, stuff happens. How soon can I just be easy and present in this life? Because I cannot change, right? Like things happen all the time right now, right? All the time, they're gonna happen. We can't change what is happening necessarily, but we can change who we get to be with it. The actions we can take. Okay, come on up. This time you could do your halfway lift. Whenever we trained, you could go through your camp squat. You could roll up, inhale, reach up. Hands to prayer. Just half of a classical namaskar. We'll do the other half. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bow down. This time, step your left leg back. Inhale into lunge. Nice and easy, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale to the earth, knees down or up. Cobra, upward facing, inhale. Take it back, downward dog. This time I'd be rolling over my toes. Now, we're gonna do that same side again, left leg forward. You just step forward. Inhale. Now we're gonna really dial it in, exhale. Note, this is the side we did last time for the long variation. Take it back, let's switch it. Even if you think you're making a video for a teacher training, you're human. You'll say the wrong side, it's gonna be okay. Actually, some of you won't. Some of you will really just have the right side. It's one of my things that I do not always do. Inhale, puff up. Exhale, right shin forward. I also have a friend who has like the most immaculate timing. I don't know how she does it. Inhale, puff up. In her yoga class and in her life, exhale, widen the seat. Yes. Inhale now to the upper body, puff it up. Lengthen it forward. So remember, get the knee to your armpit, lift your hips, and pull the spine way forward. Feel that feeling. Now get easier around it. Yes. One more breath in. Downward facing dog. Plank pose, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way to the ground. The distinction from classical to power, we go to the ground. Cobra, upward facing, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Now we'll step the right foot forward, inhale for lunge. Exhale all the way forward and fold. Inhale, reach up. Hands to prayer. We're going to do one round of one breath flow, and then we'll move into a few vignettes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. Inhale, lunge. Downward facing, exhale. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga to the earth, exhale. Upward facing, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Same left leg steps forward for lunge, inhale. Exhale, step forward to fold, or down. Reach up, inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left leg steps back, inhale, lunge, feel forward. Exhale, keep the buoyancy, down dog. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga to the earth, exhale. Stay forward, rise up, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg steps forward, inhale. Forward fold, bow down.
Catch opposite elbow and hang. Catch and reach with opposite elbow when you're ready. You want a little more time to sway though, friend, go for it. Make sure you bring your shins forward. So yes, and then press the backs of your thighs up and roll your pelvis forward. That's it. And then notice when your belly goes, sorry, staying down. All the way going back down. I'm just giving you some cues for that forward space. Yes. Widen your seat. Butt bones wide to 3. Not your feet, just your seat if you can. Just widen your cheeks. The underside of your cheeks, smile wide. Yes, beautiful. Okay. Coming all the way up here, but before we do, catch the hands behind the lower back. Catch the wrists or all the way up to the elbows if you can. Catch your arms. Now, bend your knees, halfway lift. Lift your butt up higher than normal, like we did in the lunges. Draw the chest forward and pull your shoulders back. Shoulders come up, heart above the hips. Bound Utkatasana. Reach your chest forward. That's it. Inhale, come all the way up. And you'll notice as you come up, you're in a slight back bend. Inhale. Exhale, Utkatasana. So find the space here. Nice and easy. Press down into your right leg. Lift. Nope, just getting rid of it on the strong leg first. Sorry, press down to your left leg. Lift the right leg up. Eagle legs. Cross it around, tuck it behind. Now notice how much further your right hip is in front of the left. Left shin forward, drag our right hip back. And find the lift. Lengthen. Lean your heart back so it's sitting in the chair of your arms. Bring your upper arms wide away from your heart and draw your throat up. Now, from the lowest bit of the belly, the lowest pelvis, lift up. Yes, now from your shin, lift up. Take your time, warrior 1 feet. Slide back, go wide. You guys are so fabulous. You forget what it's like having humans around you. So we're committed to communion being more of a community. Sunday time together. So we're logging on early, we're hanging out. I invite you guys to, if you have people that are in your pod that you are with, that are like your people, have them come over, practice with them. Make a plan with a friend. Be committed to being in wellness together as a community. It makes a difference. Inhale, straighten the leg. Now, wrap the outer right hip forward. Try it a few times. Yeah. Soften the left shin. All those same things that we did before, we're doing again. Just like the lunge, right? So send the left shin forward. But then remember, widen the left butt bone to 9 o'clock. To do that, you'll actually have to pull back to widen. And then you've got this extra space. So widen your right butt to 3 o'clock. And that will actually bring it forward. Feel that forward quality. And now press your left shin forward, your right shin backwards, just like in the lunge. And here's the challenge part. Your front right pubic bone, way at the bottom of your pelvis, press it forward as you press the thigh back. Oh, that's the juice. It's the juice. This is a...
That's what it's called.
I'm calling that the juice. It's your psoas, but, and more. Your spirit, it's your spirit, my friend. Woo! So there's some joy happening. I'm just going to call that joy. Reach your arms up, warrior 1. And press. Find the space that feels good for you. We'll be here for a few breaths. Notice if you're starting to collapse in your feet. Sometimes I need to lift up my back heel, refine the foot, and then put it back down. Last breath in. Exhale, sweep your arms forward as you come forward, and then back. Again, you can take that same clasp or just interlace your fingers and bring your thumbs to your sacrum. Lift the shoulders up and wide. Remember how we did in the lunge? Find the lunge forward. Now notice how much weight is in your outer left butt cheek. Press weight wide into your right hip. Outer left cheek will pull back. Outer right will pull forward and wide. So notice the power now. You're not stuck in your joints anymore. Energy is flowing.
currency is moving. From this place, lengthen your spine forward, humble warrior.
Woo-hoo. I haven't done these for a while. Welcome back to fall, my friends. And then lift your elbows up. Yeah, keep your hands on your butt. Bend your elbow. Yeah, nailed it, Wendy. Amazing. Lengthen. And then come down. Woo! Oh no, my friend, we're in it. We're in it. You're like, you're like, please, can we be done with this pose? We're almost there. Extend, keep your elbows where they are, reach your knuckles to the sky. Open your arms long, extend, inhale, heart forward. Exhale, whoo, put your hands down. All right, some of you, right hand is gonna be down for everybody. Left hand on thigh for everybody. Same feeling as a lunge. Now notice your butt goes over to the left. Widen it so your tailbone goes back. And some of you may be able to twist from here. For some of you, you'll need to put your back heel up. This is called simple twist, but it's not that simple. Reach your arm up, or for some of you, hand on the heart. It's really working, so choose.
Oh my.
Yes! Now, breathe back there, all the way down for your throat, into your heart, all the way into the pelvis, wide into the hips. Feel that unwinding of the tightness of your legs and your hips. Last breath in. Exhale, release, look back, look back. Ah. In transition, bring your hand down. Downward facing dog is going to be amazing. Yes. Some of you may just stay in downward facing dog as you're connecting vinyasa. If you're somebody who wants a vinyasa, you can do it, plank to chaturanga, whatever you choose. But you might just really like downward facing dog. I'm telling you, it's a magical pose. And then just appreciate. Whoa, this body has changed. Oh my. Now, in the classical sequence, we would step forward. And you know what, guys, let's just do it. You're super strong. So this is the full connecting vinyasa. You could just go to the head of the mat and do it from the other side, right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, but the sole of the foot goes straight up, so we're not opening the hip. First thing first, left shin forward a little bit. Wrap outer left hip back so you can widen right butt cheek. Yep, subtle. So it's the same thing we're just doing. Yeah, that's it. You got it. And then press the foot straight up. Just straight up. Feel the lift. Curl in. Step for crescent. So here we are in our lunge. This is just the transition. Simple transition. Now it's a simple twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, reach up. Walk the hand forward, step forward, but keep yourself suspended. Leg to the sky. Bow the heart down. As you're here, because we just did all that other work on the left leg, see if you can feel widen your left cheek out to the left. Yes. Lengthen your spine forward so the pelvis. Yes. Pull yourself, your guts out of the hips so the hips can follow the belly down. Standing split. And deepen it. Find the slow, steady breath. Let go. Let gravity help you out here. It's your friend right now. It's actually usually your friend. It's pulling you to the earth. Your mother. Down. Release your foot down and feel the earth's quality. Forward fold. Oh. Come up through halfway lift or roll up. I'm going to choose roll this time personally.
Ooh. Feel the magic. That's your friend, gravity. Maybe just you feel the weight come down, maybe you take that same mudra, reach your arms up. And feel that grounding quality. And now as you press those coffee grounds away, there's yet another layer that is free for you. Another layer in which you're more present and aware. You can almost feel the next side coming. Your body's like, please shift the weight over to your right foot. Bend the knee. Catch the arms behind you. Let's just do one of these. Weight to both feet. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold halfway. And in halfway, take a moment. Press your thighs back. Bring your shins way far forward. Way far forward. Shins forward. Even more. Yes. Keep your shins forward. Press your thighs back and up. So your butt pokes behind you. And then lengthen your heart forward. Shoulders back, heart forward. Amber, shoulders back. Yes, there it is. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your arms like this. You won't go down the same way. And feel how it brings you downhill. Soften your shins. Press the underside of your butt up. Yeah, great job, guys. All right, sit down. Feel that lengthening first, just halfway. It's almost like your belly's on your thighs, but you're feeling the ribs broaden into the arms behind you. Utkatasana. Now, find the space, press pubis bone, come to standing with soft knees for eagle. Press the weight into the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Cross the leg. Could just be a simple cross. For those of you who have the mobility, tuck your toes. Feel that spiral happening. Press the shin forward to the big toe, widen the right cheek out to 3 o'clock. Feel how that anchoring gives you outer foot and the thigh bone back, the tailbone back gives you inner heel. Come on upright, lift the knee, take your time, warrior one. Draw the heart forward. Even here, feel how your heart is so forward as you gently let the foot come down. Whew. Rise up. I think, I'm so grateful right now. So I think it's amazing to feel the difference. So if you're just practicing at home by yourself, practice on the screen with people. Maybe the people are on the same side of the screen as you. Maybe they're on the other side, but it makes a difference. Practice with like living humans. Inhale, straighten and bend. Exhale, bend the right knee for warrior one. Get the right shin forward. Wrap the outer right hip back. Pull it wide. Your left sit bone goes wide to the left. Very easy. And then notice what's happening in the back leg. Spiral the inseam back as you press the left pubis forward. Abdomen breath. Inhale, a little buoyancy in the low belly. Exhale, press, right butt bone forward, left butt bone pulls back. Inhale, buoyant, lift the belly up. Exhale, press pubis forward as you press left thigh back. Whoa. That's it, beautiful. And then let's go for it, team. Last breath in. Bend the knee, find the warrior, and really keep pressing left pubis forward and broadening heart. Yes, Amber, beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, come down halfway. Humble warrior. Feel that quality of wrapping right shin forward, wide right hip back, and draw left hip to left. Trust putting weight in the left leg. Now forward. Bend your right knee a lot, right? Yep, like 90 degrees, like warrior one, and then wrap your outer right cheek back. Yes, and then widen and put weight into the left foot so you can feel your left back heel from your inseam, your inner knee to your back heel. Beautiful. Amber, if you can, ribs to the inside of your thigh. You have the mobility for it. Now bring your shin forward. Now bring outer hip back. Yes. Now, before you go down further, lengthen forward. Slide your low ribs to the inner knee. Yes. And bow. You did that with such control what you did. See, as I almost fell on you. But I didn't. Breathe. Exhale. Use gravity, my friends. Feel the strength of your feet fully connected. And then let your hips just be open through being easy. All right. Now let's come up halfway. Put the left hand down. Right hand on thigh. So there's usually a twist in our spine. I'm exaggerating now, where your butt goes to the right and your spine's in a C curve. So wrap the hip back. Lengthen the spine forward. Hand can stay on the thigh for support or bring your hand onto your heart. Broad space, breathe. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale and twist. Draw the elbow up.
Wrap the hip back. Inhale. Exhale. Reach the arm up. Reach the arm back. Oh. Inhale. Bring the hand to the inside. Back knee comes down to a simple lunge. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Okay, here's going to be an interesting transition. We're going to go into Malasana. So for some of you, you're going to be like, I need to switch my legs. Some of you will just be like, whoop, no problem. Some of you are like, nope. So put the right leg back next to the left and just take a moment to feel. Doesn't matter if you do Malasana at the head of your mat, so you can do it from here. Tuck your toes in, widen your knees. Walk your hands back and lift your knees off. Walk your hands back, find your seat. It's kind of a cool way to get to Malasana because it works with your joints. You can kind of feel that. Doesn't matter if you're not as low, just find the quality of rooting in. My daughter, living the life. Now we're gonna do some rocks. So rock forward and back. And when you rock back, you can actually traction your hands forward and like really let a little bit of traction come in into your low back. Rock forward and back. And as you rock forward, maybe your inseams or your knees come down. Maybe you really come down. But just play. And for some of you, you may be like, you know what, I want to rock right to left first. You might feel really good. And if for some of you, you're like, my feet are too close together, you can even widen them to get the rocks in. But just find your rocks with this little fishy. Yes, that feels so good. Everyone's like, yes. With this little fishy position. And you can even rock once you're in your fishies. Then gently come back. We're going to sit on our butt. So how you get there could be your fun special game. Once you're there, Baddha Konasana, bring your feet together. I almost don't need Baddha Konasana, actually. I can just feel it. I was like, oh, my Baddha Konasana's got Konasana. And that's it. Like every pose has this energetic resonance. So feel what's there for you. Just notice how different it is. Maybe it just feels like more easy than usual. Maybe it doesn't. It's cool. And then take your left knee back. Move your right leg across the mat. Shift the weight forward and widen. You'll notice for some of you, like with this position, your left hip gets stuck. If your left hip feels a little sticky, as mine does, you can straighten your leg and bring it back. And then this is where you tuck your back. If you had blocks, can you demonstrate with blocks, right? You would press down blocks, lift your butt up, and then use the same thing. Press your right shin forward, drag your right hip back, and widen your left hip to 9 o'clock. Press your left pubis forward as you press your thigh back. Then put your thigh back on the ground. All the cues that we used in Warrior One. Can you feel it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, just a little bit, you know. So now here's the hard part, make it easy. How do you make this pose easy? We can't change the pose, which is the circumstance, but we can change how we are in it. So maybe you come forward and make a pillow for your forehead. Maybe you come forward and put a block under your chest and another block under your forehead and make a pillow for your hands. Yeah, how's that feel? So much better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if you're challenging your strength, moving forward on your hips, you just let some slide. Yep, now pull your spine forward. Yes. Traction your outer back. Yes. Yeah. And you'll notice that I can give an assist without touching somebody. We really can just be for each other. It's okay. Like we get to move each other if we are using hands-on contact or not. Calling the screen business is kind of magical. Now, wherever you are, let your inner awareness go ever more inner. Move your energy to the inside and see if you can feel all the things we've been talking about, but really mostly the breath going all the way down into the pelvis and specifically all the way down into the hips. The pelvis starts to pull forward with the spine. And notice where you can let go. Maybe it's your jaw. Maybe it's even how much you're controlling your breath. I find that if I can just let my back teeth relax away from each other, it does a lot. Back teeth and your hands. Let your hands get relaxed. And if you want something to work that you want to engage, try widening your seat and pulling your spine forward while letting your jaw and your hands be really relaxed. Let your tongue relax all the way down. One more breath in. Exhale. Now, like a sleepwalker, or an old dog, or a leisurely cat, they'll transition from one side to the other. Do whatever there is to do. Now, I want you to be as intuitive as possible. You might just do a down dog. You might, like, all we're going to do is we're going to end up with the left knee forward and the right leg back. Ooh, but you want to give it a moment to really let your body appreciate the transition. And when you're there, it took us some time to get in there, so don't worry, don't pressure yourself. Just come on up for a second, bring yourself onto your hands. And remember where we were first, we get bend the back knee. So feel that grounding of the left sit bone. Breathe into it. Nice and easy. I really have no idea how teachers teach so many vignettes. I make it through like one. Perfect. I love it when people do, but it's just like my own karma is like one vignette.
Because you speak to anatomy and that makes it different.
Yeah, totally. So now find the space. We're here, widen, remember left shin forward, widen the left seat back. Tuck the back toe under, lift up and widen the right hip forward. Yeah, wonderful. So once you're here, start to feel that same quality like we did in the lunge. Lift up, pull spine forward, and let the hips come forward with the spine. Walk spine forward and choose. You might use your hands to slide on blocks. You might put a block high under your chest and another block under. And the interesting thing is we're letting the upper body wants to take control here, but it's like doesn't really have a huge job, especially the hands, but the chest does. Widen the heart. Pull. Did you hear my just crack? Pull it forward. And like rhythm gymnastics, they have that stick with the streamer on it. Your heart might be the stick here, and your streamer is the spine. Let the spine follow your heart. Even the tailbone. And then melt, broaden the seat wide. And start to feel that spiraling. Yeah, here it is.
How can you widen the right cheek even more so the spine, especially the right side of the spine, can follow the heart? The hips are wide, the bones of the hips go wide, the spine, the sacrum is free and easy. Feel how much connection there might be on the right inseam, like a left inseam, just to find that twisting action. And it's not really a twist, but the sacrum has to do a little bit of a technical term. You're welcome. One more breath in. Exhale, full. Deepen, deepen, deepen. And take your time. Then you're going to sit over onto your left cheek to come up, but just come up above the pose. If you are somebody who absolutely wants like a down dog and lift a leg, do make your magic. We're just going to sit on our butts. So take your time. It could be down dog, jump through. This is like not the jump through crew. Maybe like later in that, like noon. Nice. I'm still not the jump through crew. So, to be honest with you, if you happen to have a block, catch a block and come down on your back. However you want to get there, you can do some like curl down, you can roll down, you can wiggle your jiggle, whatever works. Place your feet down in front of you and lift your hips up so you can feel your shoulders. Broaden the front of the chest and the back of the chest equally. Earlier we did hands on the heart, it could be hands on the upper arm, but like use a time to like lift and spread the shoulders wide. So the front of the chest is nice and buoyant. Then take a block, put it under your pelvis on low or medium. So low would be all the way flat like a shoebox. Medium would be up. Medium?
Like a television.
Oh, like a television? I like it. This is why. Thank you. And then as you're here, drop your sit bones down off the far side of the block like they're little stockings hanging down from the. Amber, look, I think I have a Christmas reference.
I
just for
know,
you.
you have no idea how happy I am.
And then notice if one stocking has more fruit in it than the other, like there's a heavy one and a light one. Try to see what there is to get equal weight on both sides. You just spread the stockings wide. And as you're here, you might just stay here. You can have your arms down by your side. For some of you, bring your arms over your head will feel amazing. For others of you, bring your arms out to the side like a cactus or even with a little bend, like a little W would be amazing. So choose, you're amazing. And then one knee at a time, hover your knees over your hips. Hover them over in a way, if you bring them close, you'll feel a stretch in your lower back, but bring them back towards the screen, towards the front of your mat, so your lower back is relaxed. And now make equal, now you've got actual shins. Well, if you had shins in your stocking, that's gross. You've got like a really good right orange in your stockings. Let the weight of that orange, let the weight of your legs help find an easy space. And notice if it's over on one side or the other. So widen the seat. And breathe. As you find that wide seat, maybe you can notice the back of a heart. Let it melt into the hammock of your back ribs. Let your back ribs soften down, holding the heart. And then hold the heart by softening. Feel that little stretch in the low back, and the ribs. And if it feels good for you, straighten your legs. If you have tight hamstrings, this is kind of nice because it gives you a little bit more space. And really let that same breath that we worked on in the beginning, from the throat to the heart, go all the way to the belly. And start to feel, well, your legs are like rain sticks. Start to feel the sliding down of the little sand and rocks from your feet. All that old energy just pouring down through the ankles, through the shins, through the knees, the thighs, into the pelvis. And feel that energy start to pour from the pelvis into the gut. Moving and being upside down like this, it's the lymphatic portal, it's hepatic portal for the lymphatic system. It just helps us really cleanse the old. Moving into a new season. Oh, this next 6 months is so potent. Wherever you are, like these next 6 months are a huge transformation point for us as humans. We are going into the darkness. We're going into the chrysalis. What is there for you to do so you can be heroic in your actions? Gently take your time to bring your knees down, bring your feet down. Release the block. We did a lot of twisting today, so you might just want to pull your spine long, hug your knees to your chest. If you like a twist, feel free to take one. You know, like whatever works for your body. You just maybe do some rocks. And you may want to have like a final bridge. Whatever's there. Just create the space. Shavasana. Legs long, arms long. When you're ready. Let yourself receive and be received. So as you lie here, relax your body. Let your body be received by the earth. So feel how held you are, how supported you are. Notice the parts of you that might be still held and resisting the earth. And let them be held. Let them go. The backs of your shoulders. The back of your heart. Your throat. Your belly. Your legs. Yourself be held here by the earth. Now you receive. Feel the energy, the stuff of stars, the sun, the honoring, the energy that you are receiving, being restored. This is the true download. Yourself receive the light of your soul. And feel the integration. You are of the earth, you are of the heavens. And you are you. As humans, we get to walk, straddle, land in between. Feel yourself informed from above, supported from below. Take a deep breath into you at the center. Exhale, move. Then wiggle, stretch. Find that loving support that allows you to integrate this wholeness back into your senses. Then you wiggle fingers and toes. When you're ready, before you come upright, curl onto the side. And feel the space above and below. Notice it shifts its orientation. Know that still you're alive, you're relaxed, you're present. Keep that relaxed alertness as you press down. Sit up. Sit any way that works for your body. Start to notice even your pelvis, the quality of connecting. Inhale, reach up, reconnect, tap into source. So gather your hands to your heart. And feel the alignment from the pole of the crown to heaven, from the pole of the tail to earth. Feel the energy right there at the center of you, your heart. Your heart is where courage comes from. You are only heroic, not when you fight or prove. You're only heroic when you move from this center, your heart. Feel your own heroic nature. We honor each other. Let's take an oath. Ready, your thumbs to your forehead. Bow inside. We're on the hero's journey this next 6 months. We go inside to the cave. We discover the light and we bring it back. Use this time, my friends. Namaste.
Namaste.
Hmm.
Mm.